when did you start preparing for CAT?
I started in roughly September end.
How was your preparation structure?
On weekdays, I was giving 2 mocks and then again analyzing. I think that's something that people miss.
And how did the day actually look like for all of you?
Towards the D-Day also, like there was some anxiety, some butterflies as well.
On the last day, I had made sure to not even look at one single CAT question at all.
Doing nothing really works.
Hi guys, so today we are here with IIM Bangalore students and let's hear from the horse's mouth how did they prepare for CAT. Okay guys, so thank you for being here and why don't you quickly tell your names for our audience.
Sure, I am Lakshay.
Raghav.
Anjali.
Okay, thank you guys. So quickly, why don't we deep dive into your profiles and tell us about are you an engineer or a non-engineer, the work experience and so on and so forth.
Sure. So I am a commerce graduate. I graduated from Shahid Sukhdev College in finance domain. Post that I did 2 years working as a government consultant. So I was in Samagra, working with the government of Uttar Pradesh. So for 21 to 2 months, I worked in Samagra.
Okay, awesome.
So I did my undergraduation from Hindu College in statistics. After that, I joined Accenture as a strategy consultant and worked there for 2 years and now I'm here.
Okay.
So I did my BCom honors from SRCC, graduated in 2022, and then for 3 years I worked at Microsafe Consulting, which is a social impact consulting firm. So yeah.
Awesome. So today we have 3 non-engineers from DU and all of them have consulting experience. Great. So that's the profile guys. So why don't we start with when did you start preparing for CAT? And I believe all of you are in PGP1, right? So you gave CAT 2024. So for CAT 2024, when did you start preparing?
So for 2024, I started in January.
Okay.
So and then continued till my last exam of ZAT.
Okay. Okay.
For me, it was a bit different because I initially did not really plan on giving CAT. I went on a birthday trip in October and then there I got the motivation to prepare. Then started preparing in October only.
Okay.
For me, it was a bit different, similar to Raghav. I wanted to give GMAT and go abroad for education. So I was planning on that, but my parents suggested give CAT as a trial attempt for GMAT.
Okay.
So I started preparing in late September
Okay.
and then I gave CAT. Nothing
Here
happened.
you are. Okay. So late September for you,
October.
October, and for you January. So we have very different kind of preparation as we can see. So why don't you share with us what were your CAT percentiles that you got basically?
So I got 99.96.
I got 97.12.
I got 97.24.
Okay, so we see that there are different variety and ranges of percentiles also that you got with different preparation schemes. So for preparation, let's deep dive. Why don't you tell us more that did you take any coaching and if yes, which was the coaching platforms that you used and resources that you relied upon for preparation?
So for my CAT preparation, I joined Elites Grid and I continued with them. For the interview prep, I did take some other coaching from a professor, from an individual only. So yeah.
Was it online or offline?
Yeah, both were online. The coaching was online.
Elites Grid.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Did you take any extra like supplemental resource help from any other coaching like?
No, I didn't take it, but like Elise Grid always says that you should take some other mock because they have a huge base of people. So I took IMS for that, but largely I was relying on Elite Grid material.
Okay, fine. And what about you, Raga?
So for me, it actually goes way back. During UG, I was preparing for final placements and there we used to have aptitude tests.
Okay.
So at that time, I used YouTube. I am a firm believer in free resources. So YouTube, Rodha had everything covered for quant majorly.
Okay.
So at that time, I studied from them and that was the prep that carried over. And
Okay.
that's why, I started in October and then still cracked it. So Rodha and then for, I took Kraku for their mocks. So I got like 10 mocks and then I gave all the past years. So that was majorly the resources that I used to.
So online Kraku you took?
Yes, for mocks only. And then it was YouTube itself.
Self preparation using YouTube
Yes.
and largely Rodha was the resource you used.
Yes, from YouTube. And then for interview, it was Theomi. It's a online community where people help each other prepare for interviews. There are IIM people only. So there I gave a lot of mock interviews, etc., a lot of prep help. So that was for interview.
Understood. Okay, awesome. And how about you?
Yeah, so again, similar to Raghav, I gave DU JET for getting admission in Sukhdev, which is a similar syllabus to any CAT or any aptitude test. So my preparation was flowing through that.
Okay.
So for CAT specifically, I took only time mock series. It was an assessment series of 20 mocks, 20 time mocks, and many sectional mocks. I did them, analyzed them, and got some few books online. Arun Sharma's books were readily available, so used them to brush up my concepts
Okay.
if the mock wasn't going good. And that was it for CAT. For interviews, I took Career Launchers online program for interviews.
And was it online or was it offline?
Online, because we were doing our job, so we had to take
Understood.
online only.
Understood. So now we know that what resources you use. Why don't you deep dive and tell us how was your preparation structure? Like how did you prepare in different timelines, and what was your day-to-day preparation looking like with jobs?
So one thing to highlight is I started a bit late. In general, to anyone who should start, I started in roughly September end. So I had to create a clear-cut timelines for me on how to pursue the preparation completely. So it was basically during the day we are having job in weekdays, and my job was consulting. So it was 10 to 12 hours minimum a day. Suppose that it doesn't give me enough time to prepare. So I used to do every day 2 to 3 sectional tests.
Okay.
40 minutes each, 2 to 3 tests, and analyze them. So one test takes twice the time of a single test. So if it is 40 minutes, it would take me 80 minutes to complete one test whole. 40 minutes to give, 40 minutes to analyze every question on what I could have done better.
And that you did every single day.
Every single day, weekdays. On weekends, this translated to mocks, past year papers, or the time CAT series, time mock series, whatever is going on. So there it would be 2 hours mock, then 2 hours for analyzing of what strategy could I have implemented. Everything was boiling down to whether a strategy needs to be done or not, because we don't need to score 100%. We just need to score higher than others.
Okay.
That's the strategy that we need to do. So everything was boiling down to on what I could do a bit better so that I can compete with the best of the minds of the country.
Understood. And how many mocks did you give in total?
So in total, I gave 40 mocks,
Okay.
5 to 7 past year papers, rest were sectional.
Okay. Understood. And how about you?
So similar for me, I started in October, and I went fully focused on mocks because I know that I had done my concepts during UG placement prep, so that part was clear. I just needed to practice, and thankfully my work schedule was like around 1 to 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. sometimes, so I had free time in the morning and then some in the late night. So on weekdays I was giving 2 mocks and then again analyzing. I think that's something that people miss, that you should see which questions you got wrong, or you took a lot of time in, which you could save time, or we are missing up on some tricks. So that I was doing, and then on weekends again it was like 3 mocks on a day.
3 mocks in one day.
Yes, because I had very short time, so I needed to practice, and my focus was that I'll do mocks first because those were more harder, and then towards the end, to maybe build up the confidence as well, I'll go to the past year's papers. So that, because at least for me, mocks were more harder than past years. So yeah, that was my strategy. And I would say that don't just think CAT, you'll crack CAT just by giving mocks. That helps, but do your prep as well. So yeah.
And how many mocks in total did you give, like in total?
Around 30 to 35, and then past years. But what helped was the prep that I did during UG.
Understood. Great.
So for me, the prep started in January, and initially the focus would be on the conceptual clarity part of it. So what I would do is that I would keep I had an online coaching, so whatever I used to attend it in the night from 10 to 12, and then later revise the concepts, and they used to give these sectional tests. So my focus was on that, like to build the conceptual clarity, and then towards the July and all, I started giving the mocks and all. So both for SimCATs, like from IMS, and the coaching one that I used to give as part of the, and then analyze it. So roughly around 35 mocks I would have also given. But my focus was like on mocks towards the end. Initially, just building the basics and getting more confidence in doing it. And with office, what I used to do is that I used to go to office like around 10:30. So before that, I used to do one mock or like one sectional kind of a thing. And then later, after coming back, just some revision and then attend the coaching. And over the weekend, it would be some mocks and all, or like because my coaching would be on weekends also and on weekend also and weekday also, both. So I used to attend that only.
Understood. So all of them largely gave around 35 to 40 mocks, and this is a very standard principle that we've seen across all toppers. So the best thing is that irrespective of the timeline, the number of mocks are largely the same. So it's important to give mocks, but it is equally important to invest your time in preparing for basics. If you have done it in the past, great, but if not, you should invest time and plan your timelines accordingly. Okay, so we now understand how your preparation looked like. Tell us more about how did you move towards the exam? How was your mindset? How did you change from prep mode to mindset mode? And how did the day actually look like for all of you?
I had taken leave from my office like 1 month before. I had like saved all my leaves for this day, so I can't monetize on them like this time. And my office, like I had not explicitly said that I'm preparing, but they were very kind enough to not disturb me during the whole time. So, I will say that I followed whatever my tutors or mentors were saying that time, and I just kept calm. Like I didn't have too much expectations. Like I knew always had a backup plan in terms of jobs. I was just calm. I was trying to give my best. And towards the D-Day also, like there was some anxiety, some butterflies as well. But then I ensured that okay, it's fine. Like this is going to be my last attempt. I will give my best, and this is it. So I just gave it, and on D-Day somehow I think I was very calm.
Okay.
Like although what happened was that on D-Day in the same center, my friend faced a technical issue, and I was like so scared that I might also go and face the same issue. So, but then nothing panned out. So it was like really good, nice experience. I had gone to my hometown to give the exam as well.
What was your slot?
3.
Slot 3. Okay.
So regarding my prep for the D-Day of the exam, I prepared a lot till the second last day.
Okay.
But on the last day, I had make sure to not even look at one single CAT question at all. I was just chilling the entire day.
Okay.
It was Saturday, so did not have office. I unfortunately did not have the leaves to take. So I was working till Friday. But then on Saturday, I was just chilling. And for me, it was that relief that, okay, I did not prep too much, and then I did not have to go into an IIM right now. I can take it another year. So I had that at the back of the mind, and I think that gave me an extra calmness or an extra kind of edge that it's okay even if I don't succeed. So that's how it panned out, and for me it was the last slot.
Slot 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, went in, gave the exam calmly, and LRDI kind of challenged me, but then till the time it was over, I was like, okay, I have to calm down.
Sure. Great.
Okay, so for me, it was a bit different than these people. First thing was in 2020, for my undergraduation only, I gave multiple exams during that time. So DUJAT, Symbiosis, UPES, multiple exams. So I had a bit less tension about going to a center, giving an exam. Even I gave 8 hours long exams in the center. So that exam pressure of going to center and anything was a bit low. But that is a serious concern. Second thing was, in mocks, I was scoring very less.
Okay.
My score in the mocks was roughly 60s, flat. Throughout all 40 mocks, no improvement. It improved from 40 to 60, went to 70, then back to 60.
Okay.
This was the range. So at that time, I was pretty sure I won't get into IIM. So only thing I could do was leave it as it is. Let's see what will happen the best in the future. I took 3 leaves, not that many leaves. I took 3 leaves. So it was on 26 November, if I'm not wrong, the day. So I took 3 leaves, went to Delhi, my home, gave CAT on my slot time. So my slot time was 2. So I started giving mocks during that time only, on those 3 days. Last day, as Raghav mentioned, on Saturday, doing nothing really works because you are already stressed out about the exam. You are stressed out about your preparation because my preparation wasn't going good, wasn't scoring enough. So having that tension, plus there's an anxiety of exam always. So doing nothing in the last day is the best. Do something that you like. So for me, it was anime watching. I binge watch a lot of anime, so I was just doing that throughout the day. My family was thinking I am studying, but I wasn't. So binge watching helped me. It made me calm. At the day of exam, so when we went to the exam center, I already heard about these. People were crying because LRDI was the toughest that you could expect in the exams, and quant was really a big challenge. And format also changed in our year again suddenly. So when I was going in, I was hearing people crying. So one thing that helped me was shutting down these noises. Even my brothers were giving. So we were 3 brothers. We got 3 different slots. So my brother went slot 1, I was slot 2, and my third brother went slot 3. So even not talking to each other was our strategy. All 3 of us decided holistically because it gives us undue burden. One slot was bad. Okay, so what? Might be your slot is good. During the exam, yes, technical issues is a big challenge. During the UJAT, I missed 10 questions because of technical issues. It was skipping. I don't know why. I was ready. Okay, it will happen. What can I do? It's an external factor. Focus on the one person said to me, locus of control. Focus on that. Whatever you can control. Keeping yourself calm, keeping yourself composed during that exam time is something you can control. Even in the exam center, I was the only person who was laughing and moving around before the time. Because I knew everyone is panicking. So making themselves calm. Even I would panic if I am sitting at a place. So why not move around and talk with people?
True.
So that is something that helped me at that time. Again, as he mentioned, VA went smooth. LRDI, the format was completely different.
Okay.
So as soon as we entered, we were confused what to do now. And post that QA was the toughest section, so it went whatever it wanted to go.
No. Awesome. Okay, so now we've heard all the different experiences about their CAT attempts. Last question, guys, that your exams went and how was your experience about the day when you actually got your scores basically? I mean, expected, not expected, shocked, and then, from the percentile drop to the call letters, like how was the timeline like basically?
Sure. So it was first week of December. I am not sure of exact date. Again, post all the work, we were just watching anime. So me and my friend, we were sitting and watching anime. I got a call from an old friend who is in IIM Calcutta telling me that scorecard is released, check your score. Because I wasn't expecting anything. As I mentioned, in mocks, getting 60 makes you at max expecting 70 or 80 in the final paper. So please don't motivate yourself if you are getting low in mock. So when I opened my result, I didn't know the website calculated so on its own. So I was calculating one question at a time.
Okay.
So I did that for all the questions. Yeah, I'm not that stupid. But once I saw it, it was 128. I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. So I asked my friend to check it. That asked another friend because it wasn't believable fun. So that was that day. Unbelievable. Everything went. And then I got a call that I'll get all the interview calls. So now, next step I should be thinking of. At that time, I asked my friends who were in IIMs. They said, take a coaching. Because I knew my interviews are not that good. I really mess up in HR kind of questions. So they suggested me to take coaching.
So I think for me also it was just like a very normal day, and I was not expecting anything at all, and again, like, I did not get very high marks, so it was a bit disappointing because in life, like, I scored very high marks throughout, but then I was like, okay, you get what you prepare for, and not really expecting anything, so I made plan for another trip that very same day, and I planned for Kedarkantha after that. So that was my experience.
So after seeing the scorecard, I was like, this is good. Like, I was okay with it. But then I was like, then I went to the predictors and all, and then they were showing less marks. So I was like, not sure that if I will get through, but maybe I won't get through the best of the colleges that I want. But then finally the scorecard came, and I was like, this time I will be able to make it because I was sure the interviews I will crack. Well, that won't be an issue for me. But so yeah, like, overall I was happy with the scorecard, and I was like, okay, now this time I will convert.
And how much time did it take from the score drop for actual percentile to come to from that to calls?
I think roughly 20 days. Yeah.
2 weeks. Okay, so long story short, all of them prepared in a very structured way. Some started very earlier, some started later, but all of them had a plan. They knew what their strengths were and they knew what they had to focus on. And what we see is that CAT is an exam of persistence and hard work. You need to have focus and strategy. All of them had their strategies going into the exam. So if you are preparing for CAT next year, keep in mind where you come from, how much you've already prepared, and start off of that, and do not start scratching every surface or whatever material you see online. Be structured, be focused, and you will be able to clear the exam.